right, hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bracha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations and blessings to the hopeful elect that is scattered throughout the four winds of the earth, that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine that is being pushed primarily by the men of Great Millstone and the True Blue affiliates, all right, who are all in hope of mercy and salvation in these last seconds of Esau Edom's rule on the planet Earth, all right. This video will be based off of an article that I have here. This devil, RX Paris. All right. Now, most may not know who this is, but if you in the LA County and you know about Palmdale, Lancaster, you may know of this man. All right. Which he's been mayor for damn near 20 years. And prior to that, him being mayor, he had the #1 law firm in the Antelope Valley, all right, the LA County High Desert. This devil right here, all right. Now he's under fire for what he said at this meeting, which I actually got him at this board. I got the video of him basically saying he want to give all the homeless fentanyl, all right, so that he could purge them. And most people, like the woman that asked the question, that's not nice. These people don't have a clue about the people who are in the power seat of society, all right. Now, just to give you a little backdrop on some history of Lancaster, California, this was Paiute. The tribe of Paiute, Gadites, this was their land, all right? They inhabited this before these Edomite settlers, you know how they come in and take every goddamn thing. But this was inhabited by Gad, all right? And now that these devils have taken over, going back to 2016, all right, this same said city erected the Satanic Temple, all right, on 6/6/2016 ritual, all right. So why would the people even be in shambles about this man, all right, saying what he said? He was the mayor then, and he's the mayor now, all right. And they erected this damn satanic temple or church in the said same city. And this is one of many cities in Los Angeles County to where they have these devils surveil 24 hours 7 days a week over this city using their drones and technology and whatnot, all right. But let's read this real quick, and then we'll go back to that other article. This one ain't too long, all right? But this is that same city, and this is the same mayor at the time. All right, it's June 6, 2016 for most Angelinos, but for members of the Satanic Temple of Los Angeles, Monday is a very special day. As part of the commemoration of 6/6/16, Satanists have announced plans to perform an introductory satanic ritual by using GPS technology to outline a 5-pointed star, also known as the pentagram or the Golden Mendes or Baphomet, all right, around the city of Lancaster, according to a press release from the temple. And it says, a copy of the 7 tenets, which the group says reflects the core beliefs of the Satanic Temple, will also be presented at City Hall at around 3 p.m., according to the group, which reportedly has about a dozen members. The group says the ritual is a symbol of protection from evil bullshit and represents a solemn promise to Lancaster residents. Now, ever since they did this, the city of Lancaster has, they've been developing a lot more. They just got a professional soccer team. All right. I believe they call it the AV Alto. Let me make sure. I don't want to get that wrong. And I believe this past weekend they had their first game. Okay, and this is just one of the many advances. The AV Alta. All right. This is their professional soccer team. They just had the opening this past weekend. All right. I don't want to deny them. All right, they just had the opening. It was pretty what they would say lit, But what the people don't understand is that ever since they did this ritual, this city has been getting perks. There have been massive developments. They just built a Trader Joe's warehouse. All right. And we know what the scriptures say. All right. And I believe that dude, RX Paris, all right, definitely sold the city out. And it's down with that left-hand energy, all right? And this is why the city's been thriving and been getting more development, more notoriety. You have a few NBA players that come out of the Antelope Valley. One major known one is Paul George, all right? He played for the same coach I played for, but of course he's a lot younger than I. Let me see. Yep, this is what I wanted. Matthew the 4th chapter. All right, dealing with when you make that league with Satan, then you will receive all this power. And this man, like I said, RX Paris, he's been the mayor since 2008. And before 2008, he had the #1 law firm. All right. Billboards everywhere. He's been a part of this city and contributed to it for decades with his old Santa Claus demonic looking ass. But let's read this. We're gonna start at verse 8. Matthew the 4th chapter, 8th verse. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and ironically, the city of Lancaster sits higher over Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles. You got to go up to get to this city. All right, it's about 45 minutes from the actual city of Los Angeles. 45 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic. And it says, and show of him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. All right. And like I said, they had this ritual going back in 2016 to where they lit up the pentagram, and they basically brought in Satanism as a religion. All right. So going back to this, it says the group says the ritual is a symbol of protection from evil and represents a solemn promise to Lancaster residents. of protection from evil, huh? It says, we will stand with the good people of the city of Lancaster and struggle for our constitutional right to individual liberty, freedom, expression, and the separation of church and state in your community. The group said in a statement, a post on the group's Facebook page accused Lancaster Mayor R.X. Paris of spreading harmful bigotry and claims the mayor has hired a skywriting plane to draw a cross in the sky above the city while we are there. Paris is known for his unorthodox style and has drawn criticism in recent years by saying he was growing Lancaster into a Christian community, which that ain't the case. Trust and believe that. When they say Christian community and Christian value, that's all a cover for Satanism or Edomite supremacy, which they both go hand in hand, because these devils they can't rule without worshiping their father, which is the devil, Satan. All right. It says, in helping pass a law that allows city authorities to castrate pit bulls. And because Jake out there, Jake is the ones that have the pit bulls. All right. So knowing that this happened back in 2016, all right, a ritual. This is him right here. All right. He'd been mayor since 2008. All right. And now he's here. All right. Saying he wants to give the homeless fentanyl. All right. Which a lot of the homeless out here are, Jake. You go to certain hospitals. This golf course that's mentioned here. All right. There's a Circle K right up the street where a lot of the derelicts, you know what I'm saying, some living out of their vehicles. But majority of them, you know, a lot of them are Jakes. All right. So let's read a little bit more of what he says here. A mayor in Southern California is facing backlash after suggesting tackling homelessness in the city of Lancaster by promoting vagrants with all the fentanyl they want to purge them. The U.S. is already grappling with severe opioid crisis. All right. Here it is. The U.S. is trying to stop it, or so-called, which they're not, because they're the ones providing it. He suggests this at a fucking city council meeting. And I'm going to show you. It says fentanyl, which was originally developed for severe pain management, is 50 times more potent than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. Mayor R.X. Paris of Lancaster, California, sparked controversy. And he's supposed to be a Christian. But he's saying purge them all. But remember, 2016, he said he wanted to make Lancaster a Christian community. It's all bullshit. These devils speak with a forked tongue, man. All right? It says, Mayor Rex Paris of Lancaster, California, sparked controversy during a February city council meeting after a resident criticized the city's plan to deal with the homelessness by confining them to an abandoned golf course near a residential area, the outlet said on Sunday. Now, what I did was I clicked this little where they have the footage. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna go to it, but this is what he says. What I want to do is give them free fentanyl. I mean, that's what I want to do. I want to give them all the fentanyl they want. On Friday, and that's a Christian, a man that wants to make a city a Christian community. He wanna dope them. He wanna dope up the less fortunate, the poor. All right, it says on Friday, Paris appeared on Fox 11 Los Angeles, where he clarified that the purpose of the free fentanyl is to purge the criminal homeless people from the greater good of society. Reports Paris, who has served as mayor since 2008, told Fox LA on Friday that he has no regrets about his remarks. He clarified that he was referring specifically to unhoused individuals involved in criminal activity, all right, who refused assistance, and reiterated his stance on providing them with the highly addictive and often deadly opioid. You might as well just put them in the chamber and gas them, okay? See, now we're starting to see the revealing of what these devils are truly about, man. All right. Matter of fact, let's bring in another scripture. Let's go to Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians 2. All right, in the 8th verse. All right, because we in the time where the wicked is being revealed, and not only is he being revealed by the prophets, but they're even revealing themselves out of their own mouth. All right. Straight to the point. 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. All right. So not only are the prophets revealing them, all right, but they're revealing who they truly are by when they open their mouths. It's that simple, man. All right? It's not hard to find out who the wicked is. Okay? He's calling for the murdering of the homeless population in the city that he's mayor over. Okay? The less fortunate, he just want to give them dope to kill them. Okay? It says, they are responsible for most robberies, most of our rapes, and at least half of our murders. He added, without providing any evidence of data to support his claims, because he's a goddamn devil. He's a liar. All right? Paris went, and if you've been in the mayor for that long, all right, and then prior to that, you were the #1 law firm in the city, all right? He definitely has pull and connected with the right people as far as, you know, being in the seat that he's in. He's definitely all about the worshiping of Satan. But as we read in the article, he's talking about a Christian community. That's all bullshit, okay? Because if you're a true follower of who they call Jesus Cristo and a Christian, why would you even make that type of suggestion? All right? Show you that the Lord is showing the hearts of many are being revealed, all right? Even the hearts of these devils. They're showing you that they hate you, Jake. Okay? And that's, let me get that. All right. Luke 2:35. Yea, a sword shall pierce through thy own soul also, that the thoughts of many hearts may be revealed. And that ain't just dealing with Israelites. All right, because we see a lot of Jakes who are proclaimed to be chief high priests and leaders of congregations and proclaim that they are truly about this ministry. We're starting to see the true intention of their hearts. They really weren't about this. All right, they were about greasing their own pockets and doing their own thing. And not only just Israel, not just Israelites, but you got these Edomites declaring what they truly desire in their heart. All right. Kill Gates wants to get rid of the carbon basically he told the world that we need to depopulate the planet, all right, by jump shots and affordable health care, all right. Went right over the people's heads, but their hearts are being revealed of their plans, all right. So this is why RX Paris said what he said, all right. His heart is revealed, okay. Show you. Well, that's pretty much it. Let me see. This is another video, I'm guessing, on
the mayor of Lancaster is facing some heat for what he's...
Which we're going to watch that one first, but let's watch this one. We'll watch that one next. We'll watch this one first. This is the actual meeting, all right? And it's crazy. I've never seen these. They're usually brown, but this is one that's all black. But anyway, this is him here. This is the dude here. And look at all these devils, man. These are all devils. And you got Jake out here trying to want to know what's going on in the city. All right. But let's listen.
Say idea because you said it's just an idea. Part of the problem I have is that since it's an open out in the air idea, now literally it does make my little piece of property worth less than the dust that is on the piece of property. And he said, my husband said, a stone's throw away. Well, if this is the golf course, then my piece of property is right here at the second hole, tee, right there. And so this year was going to be our dream year. So that's that. But talking about homeless, it sounds like you want to kind of enclose all these homeless people in one territory. And
what I want to do is,
and I don't think.
Now, what she said is enclose the homeless people in one territory. This is what, not just this city, but you're gonna have a lot of cities doing this. All right, they're getting ready to start purging. All right, they're getting ready to start purging. All right. Matter of fact, going back to the article, did I close it out? Yeah, I did close it out, but let me see. When you go back to this article, here we go. He actually says he wished the president would give us a purge right here. It says, quite frankly, I wish that the president would give us a purge because we do need to purge these people. These people are talking about the Israelites. He don't want to purge his own people. All right. These people are the Israelites. All right. That they want to purge. And this is what he said in the meeting. Quite frankly, I wish the president would give us a purge. Now, let's see if he says that in this video. I didn't watch it all the way through. But here he's getting ready to say what he says.
So that's that. But talking about homeless, it sounds like you want to kind of enclose all these homeless people in one territory. And
what I want to do is give them free fentanyl. I mean, that's what I want to do.
Do what?
I want to give them free fentanyl.
I can't understand what you're saying. You wanted to get them what?
I want to give them all the fentanyl they want. That's what I want.
That was not kind.
And you hear the snickering and the laughing in the background. All right. They think he's joking. No, what he really want to say, I just want to kill them all. Okay?
So if we're back to the homeless, okay, first is to think, if we think about homeless people, I mean, literally there's like only a couple of steps between any of us who have a home and the people who have not. And there are different circumstances. So like we brought up the VA before, I wasn't here, I was yelling on the screen. But there are the VA who have problems, and there are the mental problem people, and there are people who have life circumstances that have happened, like I said, one step between, and then there are people who refuse to get back to the social norm, and I think those are our biggest problem. But you can't look at the homeless there, and there's the county medical thing there, and the mental health thing right there, and the veteran services right across the street, and Avenue 8 have to be a beautiful job. That could be sweeping streets. It could be.
Mrs. Downey, I
Yes.
get what you're saying.
Yes.
I understand what you're saying.
That.
And I also agree with you that it's a mistake to clump homeless together. When I suggest that we give the free fentanyl, what I'm referring to are the thugs, the criminals, the people that hurt
yes,
people.
You see that? The thugs. That's code word for black people. Okay? That's what that is. That's code word for so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? Because they're the predominant people in this city. Because majority of them moved from the city of Los Angeles. Shit, not majority, all of them moved from the city of Los Angeles, all right?
Non-conforming, those
The
kind.
people that hurt people. I mean, it's very simple to me. Life's really simple. If you're a person that hurts people, you need to go. Any way that is. If you're not, then let's work and figure out a way to help people. I understand your concern. If I was living there where you are, I would be just as incensed. I would be outraged by it. And I'm doing everything we can to find another solution.
Well, I get that, but remember that it's been brought up before that the homeless number one, don't want to be lumped together like that anyway, but number two, they don't want to be out there where they can't get at stuff.
Well, do you think I'm trying to make it comfortable for them? Do you think I'm trying to find a place that we're going to give them services?
If they're not going to go out there anyway, then what is the point?
The point is, if we have a place, then we can make them move to it. And if they don't want to go there, they can go to some other place.
You can't even make them not be where they are now. That's the problem.
We're getting better at it, aren't we, Rob?
I did see a scanner post where they got rid of an encampment. I don't know where it was though.
Yeah, we hit we go to the encampments daily, and we are getting better at addressing those issues. So.
And if you send us pictures of where the encampment is with the cross streets, we'll move fast.
Okay, and where do I send those pictures?
Mayor, I'll add that we actually have 3 teams now to address these problems more.
Don't we have something on the website where they can report this stuff?
Absolutely. I'll get with you afterwards, ma'am.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, great. Thank you. Now, Mr. Hawkins, I saved your spot.
Let's see what Jake talking about.
Council the Chief. I came here to ask for some help. Like the people were saying. First of all, like you, I've been all around the world. When I first moved up here, to me this looked like Singapore because it was so clean. And now kind of like Sierra Leone. But I think you guys doing a great job. I mean, just like the best place I ever lived. Me and my wife, we got houses in LA and they got campers on the streets, but I think the city council and the mayor, I think you guys up here do a great job. And it's not
Jake over there kissing ass, don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, let's go to this video where he clarifies his statements. California mayor wants to purge violent homeless, give them fentanyl.
At a council meeting on how to handle the homeless issue, he suggested give them all fentanyl.
Spoke to Fox 11 about those comments. First, here's what he said at the meeting.
But talking about homeless, it sounds like you want to kind of enclose all these homeless people in one territory. And
what I want to do is give them free fentanyl. I mean, that's what I want to do.
Do what?
I want to give them free fentanyl.
Like can't understand what you're saying. You want to get them what?
I want to give them all the fentanyl they want. That's what I want.
Mayor Rex Paris also says he believes the people of Lancaster stand by him, and there's a reason why he's been elected 6 times.
I'm assuming you're talking about a meeting that occurred over a month and a half ago, where we were attempting to move the homeless population to a abandoned golf course and use it as a camping ground. And the people that lived near it were obviously not happy with that. During the course of the meeting, I think I did say that if it were up to me, I'd be giving them fentanyl. But I made it very clear I was talking about the criminal element that were let out of the prisons that have now become 40 to 45% of what's referred to as the homeless population. They are
these devils speak out of this. They just lie, man. You know, most people coming out of prison are not looking to get into criminal activity. They would rather get into programs that will get them jobs so that they can provide for themselves. But the goddamn economy's so trash and there's no programs for them, all right, because they're felons and, you know, they can't find jobs, okay?
Responsible for most of our robberies, most of our rapes, and at least half of our murders. There is nothing that we can do for these people. Lancaster has the most innovative homeless solutions of any city in America. We're very proud of it. We can take care of a lot of people, but I'm talking about the people that refuse those services. The people that want to camp near your homes so that they can burglarize them at night. The people that accost you in the store parking lots and intimidate you into giving them money. We call that robbery in a sane society. You know, quite frankly, I wish the president would give us a purge, because we do need to purge these people.
He said, quite frankly, they want to purge. And we've all seen the movies what the purge is about. All right? The purge is about the culling of the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? That's what purge is all about. And he said, quite frankly, he wishes that the president would give us a purge. The same man that said he want to make Lancaster a Christian community. These devils, they speak with a forked tongue, man. All right, well, that's pretty much it. Let's hit these scriptures and we'll close it out, man. All right. These devils got some damn nerve, man. But hey, you can't expect nothing but that from the devil. All right. Job 8:22, it says, "They that hate thee shall be clothed with shame, and the dwelling place of the wicked shall come to naught." All right. And just by them with their sayings, all right, show that they hate you, man. All right, they want to purge you, according to this devil, RX Paris, man. This is Job 11:20. Let me see. It says, "But the eyes of the wicked shall fail." All right, meaning what they plan. All right, as you just heard, he wants to purge. He wants to give the homeless fentanyl. All right. It says, "But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost." All right, talking about these devils, man. All right. Now from here, let's go to the book of Psalms, the 7th chapter. Whoops. And we will, let me see. We'll start at verse 6. This Psalm 7 and 6, it says, Arise, O Lord, in thine anger. Lift up thyself because of the rage of mine enemies, and awake for me to the judgment that thou hast commanded. So shall the congregation of the people compass thee about. For their sakes, therefore, return thou on high. The Lord shall judge the people. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness and according to mine integrity that is in me. O let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous God trieth the hearts and reins. My defense is of the Most High, which saveth the upright in heart. The Most High judgeth the righteous, and the Most High is angry with the wicked every day. All right? Because of the shit that the wicked does every day. All right? And the Lord is getting ready to cash in on their wickedness. They're not going to continue to just do the wickedness that they want and nothing happens. The Lord is setting them up for the slaughter. All right? Psalms 10, verses 1 and 2. Matter of fact, through 3. Well, actually, we read through 4. Psalms 10, it's starting at 1, it says, Why standest thou far off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Okay, that's what R.X. Paris is all. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about persecuting the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. Okay? The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. But he'd sneak in. He want to make it a Christian community. But he ain't mentioned nothing about Christianity, God, or nothing in the time where he's being questioned about this remark he made about giving the homeless fentanyl. Okay? These devils don't believe in the Most High. They believe in themselves and they believe in Satan. All right? Let me go down. Psalms 11. It says, To the chief musician, a psalm of David, in the Lord put I my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain? For lo, the wicked bend their bow. When they can get on national television and say, quite frankly, he wished the president would give us a purge, and that he wants to give the homeless population fentanyl, or let me correct it, the criminal, the thugs, which is code word for the Israelites, Jake, all right, want to give them fentanyl, give them all the free fentanyl they want, or just give us a purge so we can purge these people. Okay? This is what these devils, this is them bending their bow. For lo, the wicked bend their bow. They make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privily shoot at the upright in heart. All right? If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? The Lord is in the holy temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes behold, his eyelids try the children of men. The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him, but the wicked in him that loveth violence, his soul hateth. All right? And he's speaking of violence, this mayor. So does the Lord really? No, the Lord hates these devils, man. Okay? Because what he's talking about is violence against the Lord's people, to purge them. All right? It says, Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and in horrible tempests this shall be the portion of their cup. All right? And that's what's coming to these devils, man. Let's get a couple more, and then we'll close it out. Let's go to Psalms 12. Well, shit, we'll just read the 8th verse. Let's go straight to the point. It says, Psalms 12:8, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. That's heavy right there, because the wicked are everywhere when the vilest men are sitting up high or exalted above everybody. So all your mayors, your governors, all right, your president, they're vile men. And this is why we have the wickedness on every side where we are. All right. Hey, this is why we have a homeless problem, because the vilest men are exalted. This is why homelessness is rampant in America the way it is. All right. Because the vilest men are exalted. All right. So I'm going to end it there. You know what I'm saying? Lord will, this was, edifying to the hopeful elect. All right. Make no mistake. He means every word he says about purging the homeless and drugging them up. Basically, he wants to murder them, kill them all. And that'll be the solution to all the problems so that they can thrive as a community. All right. Violence. All right. Violence. That's all this man understands is violence. He don't understand nothing else but violence. All right. And the Lord abhorreth those that love violence, man. All right. So with that, Lord, will this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Giving all praise unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, and we on to the next video. Shalom.